Hello again, everyone. This is Jim here. Welcome back to the channel. Just thought I would check in this morning with everyone and see how you're making out in these times of sheltering in place, stay-at-home orders. Yeah, let me know how you're doing. I hope you're I like to say I want to thrive at home or thrive in place, and rather than shelter in place, because I don't want to lose any ground. I want to move forward, even during these times of it's a little bit of stress, a little bit of uncertainty, but we got to make the best of it, right? So I've completed my first week of work from home. And it's been interesting. It started off a little slow in terms of pretty much everyone in my company was working at home for the first time, and there were IT issues and connectivity issues, and things were behind. But as the week wore on, it started getting better and getting connected and getting back in a rhythm, and the work started to find its way to me, and the last couple of days of the week were kind of like regular work days in a sense, but with some big differences. Yeah, so I just thought I would describe my routine, what I've been doing this week, and then open it up, and you let me know what you're doing, what kind of creative things you're doing. I decided that I wanted to maintain the same schedule I always do. So I get up, I rise at the same time every morning, and I prepare like I'm going to work, except I'm starting my day off with exercise, not a commute, which is one of the nice things about working from home. I get like an hour extra each day that I can utilize from the commuting. A half an hour both ways equates to an hour in the day. So it does save time. So I start off the day with probably, I'm going to say, like inside 30 minutes of, I got routine body weight exercises, calisthenics, some stretching. So I do that, and then shower up and get ready to report to work. Turn on the computer and see what's going on, and start my day around the normal time. The nice thing about working from home is that there's a lot more flexibility. I can take breaks when I want, and this is what I'm doing quite often is if I need a break, I get up and I start doing more exercise, just to move and just to raise raise the metabolism a little bit, or to not be sedentary in the chair all day like I am in the office. I tend to be just sitting there a lot. So at home, I don't have to do that. I can, if I feel like I've been in the chair too long, I get up, I run around, I start doing a little mini routine, 5-10 minutes, get refreshed, and sit back down and report back into work. So that's kind of nice. It's kind of a way of stress relieving too. So that's not a bad thing at all. There are some, working from home gives a new meaning to the phrase business casual dress. And a funny story I'll tell, this past Friday, we've been using this application called Microsoft Teams. I'm kind of new to it, but we're using that now. It's really kind of cool. You can just call somebody, do video calls and chat, for a single person or with a group, and it kind of maintains the synchronicity or the cohesiveness of the work unit. So it's kind of cool. Friday morning I had gotten up, and like I said, I do a pretty intense workout before I report to work. And so, I was sweating, and then I take my shower, which is a hot shower, and I got dressed and came down for work. And I had worn a kind of a heavy pullover, kind of a winter style. It tends to be kind of cold in my house here. And after a while, I was starting to get a little. I was working. I was sweating a little bit from the shower and being warm. So I took off the pullover, and I didn't have anything on. I was shirtless, but I didn't think anything of it. I'm at home. I often go shirtless. The next thing I know, I get a meeting request pops in from someone. I see on the video screen, so and so's calling you, and I went to click it, and then I said, "Oh my God, I don't have a shirt on." And I didn't know how it worked. I guess you can actually click it and click the camera off first. But I was just thinking, I clicked that button and suddenly I'm on the screen. So I declined the call and scrambled, got my shirt on, and then called the person back and had a laugh on that. But yeah, you also have to pay, in addition to your clothing, you have to pay attention to maybe when you're going on videos, what's in your background. And the way I had my desk, my work desk here situated, there was like cleaning products and things in the background, and somebody said, "Yeah, what are you doing there?" So you have to think about your what's behind you too. But yeah, it's kind of interesting and different. But more or less, it hasn't been overly busy, and so besides taking every advantage of working out, I do a workout in the morning, and then sometimes midday I'm doing little mini workouts. Then always midday I've been bundling up and going outdoors and doing a run outside, and so I've been staying pretty active physically. I do my a brisk walk, a jog, a little bit of sprinting here and there, just however I feel. It's a little cold, but I bundle up and I've got to get out, so I just endure the cold. So between the running and the workouts, I feel my fitness is going to be really good by the end of this little sheltering in place, which is great. I mean, that's one of my goals. Another thing, when there's downtime or not a lot to do and I'm kind of exercised out, there's the start looking for projects around the house, all those things that I just put off, procrastinated, and didn't want to do. Put off for a later date in the future. Well, this is the future, and the time is now. So I've been reorganizing some closets in my pantry, and cleaning and vacuuming, and so yeah. I don't know how long this thriving in place or sheltering in place is going to go on, but I'm going to be, at the end of it, I'm going to be pretty fit and have a clean house. I know that much. So yeah, I've been getting by. It feels like the rhythm. I mean, it's a different rhythm. It's a different structure of the day than I'm used to, but it's starting to become more comfortable. I did start something in terms of meals and eating. For the last 2 days, I've been trying something new. I'm one meal a day and pretty much fairly strict carnivore, let's say. But that being said, I always had a desire to incorporate some things in my diet that I wasn't getting. And typically what I'm talking about are eggs and fish, the oily fish. When I wait and eat one meal at the end of the day, by the time that meal comes around, even though I may be thinking about eggs and some fish, I always start right in with the beef and the meats, and I attack that, and I think, well, sometimes I'll throw an egg in there too, but I never get around to the oily fish or other things that I might want to have in my diet, because it just, I don't know, there's like too many things. Like I can only cram so much into that one meal, and it tends to be just a big meat meal right now. So I had this idea, I'm at home here, to try a 2-man approach, to have 2 meals. And I've done that the last couple of days. And I made a little video, which I'll show you here, just to show you the different types of foods that I'm incorporating in the last couple of days. Basically the eggs, what I call oily fish, which are, sardines, or what else do I have? I got some salmon. What else do I have? I have some shrimp. I even got some crab meat. A little variety there. And also a few other things. I got some non-fat plain Greek yogurt, and some berries, blackberries, raspberries, some avocados, and some the small tiny oranges. So these are the kinds of things I wouldn't mind. None of that stuff bothers me. None of those foods, even though I'm carnivore or whatever, those foods, like the oranges or avocados, or the berries, they don't bother me at all. In fact, I like them, but it's just, as I say, hard to incorporate in the one meal scenario. I mean, there's only so many different things you can do in a one meal. So what I've been doing is I have an early meal, which is like at 1:30 p.m. And then I have my second meal at 5:30. So I'm like rather than 23-hour fast, I'm back to 20. So I'm like a 24. So I have the first little meal, and it's a small meal. I'll have like 3 fried eggs and a tin of sardines and a little fruit. And it's light enough where it doesn't really bother me. Even if I exercise after that meal, it doesn't bother me. But I get those foods in there that I like the variety. I mean, I think like eggs and the oily fish in particular are good. I mean, these are good foods that I want in my diet. But this might be a vehicle where I can get them into my diet on a daily basis. So I'm experimenting with this. We'll see how it goes. It's been fine the last 2 days. I really I have to like adjust the amount that I eat on the second meal a little bit. The first day I think I got it right, just about right. The second day I think overall I ate too much. I felt a little bit full at night. Like I think I ate too much in my second meal. So I have to dial down the quantity of meat a little bit to not overeat during the day, but that shouldn't be a problem too. But yeah, that's, I know probably a lot of people will be surprised about that. I've been pro OMAD so long, but it doesn't hurt to try things, and that's what I'm doing. I don't know how, let's say if I like this, when this all blows over and we go back to work in the office, I don't know how I would incorporate it. because I don't want to make something and take it to work and then eat and then bring home the dirty dishes or things. I don't like that kind of nonsense, but I could theoretically just prepare some hard-boiled eggs and take a tin of sardines or whatever and a few berries, and just, it might not be that hard to incorporate. I kind of blow it out of proportion sometimes, but we'll see. I don't know if there's a future for it, but right now I'm trying that, and I like it so far. So let's see, what else? Yeah, so I guess that's just my brief update today on how I'm trying to thrive at home and make the best of it. As I was saying last week, we can't just let ourselves go and get mired in the worry and the stress and the binge eating of bad foods. I will say though, one thing I want to say, when the week first started and it was kind of slow and dull, I did sense the urge to, okay, I look at the clock, is it time to eat yet? You know, I could definitely feel the pull to food. You know, if I'm in my home and the food's here, it's like I'm drawn to think about it. Whereas if I report to the office a distance away, I'm not thinking about it. You know, it's out of my mind. But you're sitting right in your home, and you think about it. Maybe I should eat early. You know, there was a little of that in the beginning of the week, but it didn't faze me. But I was thinking about all the people that are, you know, buying all the addictive junk foods and stocking up, you know, with all this prepper junk food style. You know, that stuff's going to call to you, and yeah, you know, I hope I hope those people. I don't know. I just think it's going to be hard for them to resist diving into the refrigerator or going into the cupboards and opening the bags of chips and various things. Throw some Hot Pockets in the microwave. You know, this is just not the most healthy way to go about it. So anyway, yeah, I don't have that problem. I got a freezer jam-packed. I can literally not fit any more meat in there, which makes me feel good. And now I got even a few avocados and berries and yogurt around. So yeah, I got a little variety, and I like that. So that's it. I think I just wanted to recap my week and ask you guys, you know, how you're doing. Did you find any innovative ways to handle the stress or the boredom or the eating? You know, let me know how you're doing. I guess, yeah, that's about it. I'll let everyone go. I hope you're all doing great and healthy and safe. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you next time. All right, bye now.